Hey, what up, y'all? It's your boy Drummer Man right here. This is gonna be my fourth video. Sorry I haven't been posting in a while. I've kind of been busy, but I'm just gonna do this video right now so that I can give you something for hopefully the next few days while I try to take care of some business. But today I want to talk with you about anxiety. Anxiety is something that I've struggled with personally a lot. Anxiety can come in many forms, it can come, social anxiety, personal anxiety, and it can come, in the form of, everyday anxiety. So today I want to give you kind of like a tip that I use or that I try to think about whenever I'm feeling anxious, and something that's really given me another perspective on anxiety and what it really is. So, it's really normal to feel anxious about a lot of things. Sometimes anxiety can come and like you don't really know what the cause of it is, or like what exactly you're so worried about, and a lot of times that makes it kind of hard to like cope with it and treat it because you don't exactly know what the cause of it is. I'm gonna leave you with this kind of thing that helps me when I have anxiety. It's kind of like a phrase that I use to kind of like understand it a little bit better. Anxiety is worrying about the future. One thing you have to realize is in the future, there's obviously things that you can control, and there's things that you can do to alter your future to make it better. But no amount of anxiety is going to change what'll happen to you. Basically, like if you're anxious about something, if let's say like you have a presentation coming up in front of the class, or you have to give a meeting to a bunch of people and you have to be in front of a bunch of people, what anxiety will do is it'll just make you worry about that constantly. Like, what you have to realize is like anxiety doesn't really help you at all, because it doesn't change what'll happen. It doesn't change the fact that you have to go in front of those people. It doesn't change the fact that you have to go to that meeting. It just makes it worse, and it makes you feel worse. So just always remember that no amount of anxiety will change what'll happen to you. What is going to happen to you will happen to you. Don't let anxiety give you a worse feeling or put you in a worse mental state. Just remember that anxiety itself is worrying about the future, and a lot of times we can't change what'll happen to us. For example, we all pass away one day. We all have to leave this earth one day. That's a fact, right? Now, you can be anxious about death. You can be constantly worrying about it. But the fact of the matter is, you're going to pass away one day. And as long as you can realize that's just a form of anxiety, then you become less afraid and you become less anxious because you accept the future, you accept what'll happen to you. Worrying about it or having anxiety about it won't change what'll happen. It'll just make it worse, and it'll make you constantly worry about it, which will take up your mental space and take up time that you could be using to live your life and do other things other than worrying about the future. I'm just going to leave you with that. Anxiety is worrying about the future, but you have to realize that a lot of things that'll happen to you that you're anxious about, you can't really change. So there's no reason to be anxious about it. There's no reason to fear it, because it's gonna happen anyways. And the more you understand that concept of just living in the present and not worrying about the future, you'll be less anxious and you'll be more calm, and you won't be feeling this constant anxiety. If you have social anxiety, for example, try to spend more time with people. Maybe not a large group of people at first, but maybe a couple friends, and then maybe transition to a few more friends, and just become more comfortable with it over time. It's not an overnight thing that you can just conquer, but just changing your mind state and being more positive and trying to be positive about the future as opposed to worrying about the future will really change your anxiety levels and help you just cope with life a lot better. My name is Drummer Man. That was my fourth video about anxiety. I hope you like these. I'm going to keep them up. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Don't worry about your future. Just worry about the present. Make sure that you make the right decisions so that your future will be something that you look forward to, as opposed to something that you're anxious about and you're worried about constantly. And just be positive about your future and be positive about your life. And that's the greatest advice I can give you. I feel you if you have anxiety. I had it mostly through my teenage years up until adulthood. I had a lot of anxiety. I'm a very introverted person, but I've kind of learned to cope with it a little bit by kind of pushing myself and seeing other perspectives on it. I hope you have a good rest of your day. I hope that was helpful to you. If you're feeling anxious about anything, feel free to comment below. Subscribe, like this video, share it. Subscribe to my channel if you want. I'm going to keep posting these, and I might do some drawing videos soon because I haven't been drawing and I kind of love to do that. So give me suggestions of what I should draw, and I'd love to draw something for you guys. Anyways, it's Drumma Man, Drumma Nation. I'm out.